Yes, Richie. How you doing, brother?
Renegade with a friend.
Yeah, man in the wilderness. Me just have talk and yeah, man, me have to talk to you because the people them have to hear your part because hear this. The truth comes straight in our like all about. I'm not the assassination character. I'm not do that. I mean notice the JCF not working good. I mean not lie. Right. Them go off and me not know like social media take them over now and them just wanna do be a fuckery. Especially if it's building greener than Amazon. And that is no joke. Tell me, give me a little thing about Silvera, brother. Because I hear better in that. Give me a little thing about Amanda.
All right, Winnie, just let me set the record straight. Just to tell you that I am not here to try the case. The case is before the courts.
Yes.
And I'm not here to try the case. I want justice for Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
And I want a fair trial for Jarlan Silvera because he has been charged.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I want. Justice for Melissa and a fair trial for Jarlan because he has been charged.
Mm-hmm.
I am not here to determine Jarlan's innocence or guilt.
Mm-hmm.
I am just here to say what I can say from my part.
Good.
Because this thing is for the court, so we have to be careful of how we deal with it. But I had chosen to remain silent because all of what is happening and the people saying doesn't faze me because we know the truth and the truth will set us free. But it has reached a stage now where it has affected my family and my friends. I am inundated with calls from all over about what they're seeing on social media. You know, social media is governed by a few things right now. People are doing it because of greed. They want to put out some sensational issues to get some views, to make some money. People are doing it because of inherent hatred, and people are doing it because of there's a political motive.
Mm-hmm.
I am just here to set the record straight. Melissa and Joe have been my friends for a long while. I've known Melissa for 20 odd years through her mother. Her mother, Auntie Leslie, was a great warrior for the People's National Party. And I met her when she was soliciting contributions for PJ Patterson. When PJ Patterson election in 1997. From then I met Leslie. And that time I met Leslie with Melissa. That time Melissa was a young schoolgirl at Immaculate High School. So I've known this family for a long while, Wayne.
Mm.
When in 2015, when Melissa and Jarlan was getting married, it's not Jarlan who invited me. It was Melissa because I wasn't very close to Jarlan then, but I was close to Melissa and her mom.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that fateful morning when I got a call from Jarlan's sister to tell me that Melissa was dead, the only thing that came out of my mouth is how. And she said, Jarlan came in and find her dead. And you know the next thing I said? I have to be there to console the family. Because I have been as councillor and member of parliament, you go on hundreds of dead yards over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Just to console the family. And that was my sole intention of going there to console the family. I reached up there at about 9:30 in the morning, and you know, the police have cameras in Manor Park and all over, so they can attest to. They know you're going and you're up. Those things are not hidden. But what I don't like is what is being said out there in the public space right now. Some people who don't know, who don't have a clue what is happening. And to make it worse, it seems as if there's some complicity in the police force in providing sometimes false information to some people that they can go out and spread rumors.
That's true. That's what they do.
I I have heard some things said about some people pertaining to this case that I am wondering what the hell is happening. So on that morning, when I reached up by Jordan's house at about 9:30 in the morning, the police had come and done his thing and had left. The undertakers were taking out Melissa's body when I came. And I spent some time there consoling the kids because the three young boys, they called me Uncle Richie. And I spent some time talking to Joe, consoling him, trying to find out, just get an idea of what had happened. And he told me that he came in and found Melissa slumped on the floor. You know, it wasn't that time for deep in-depth questioning because that was just a grieving period.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the police contacted me several weeks ago and said they would love to give a statement. The day when they contacted me, I was leaving to go to the United States for a previously planned event. My first son had turned 25, who lives abroad, and my younger brother had turned 60, and everybody was planning a little function over in Las Vegas where all of us would meet. Those tickets were already booked. Hotel reservations were made, and I had to break the news to Joe and to Joel and let him know that I wouldn't be here for Melissa's funeral. When I came back, the first thing I did, I contacted the police and said, I'm back, so I am free now to come in for the interview whenever you want. But before that, before I went, the police never contacted me until another week after. A week after I told him that I was back in Jamaica, he called me a week after. I think last week Tuesday I went down there to give an interview. But you know that before I went down there to give the interview, people were calling me and telling me that I'm going to the police station to give the interview today. How could that information have come out?
Because the police, them had wait. Me tell you, said, them are work, them and Big Mama do these things. Now watch them, you know. Yes, continue. Yes.
People were calling me and saying that I am going into the police for interrogation. Hold on a second. And I was hearing on Cliff Hughes' program that former MP, I was the only former MP who went to the dead yard on the day that Melissa died. I was hearing on Cliff Hughes' program that former MP is being summoned to return to Jamaica for interrogation. No go say no.
That piece of shit! No. Hey, them charge him for illegal gun when bust in the car, you know. That little piece of shit, him and Fitzbailey. Hey, me say when they move the fucker, them forget charge. Me know them, you know. Them is a piece of shit up there, so, you know. Them not do no policing, you know. Continue. Yes.
I came back to Jamaica on the Tuesday of a week before last.
Yes.
As I landed, I called the police and said, I'm back. And it was 1 week after that, the police called me and asked me if I can come give a statement.
Mm-hmm.
7 days. So I don't know why I would be summoned to come back to Jamaica to give a statement. And I came back here for 7 days. When I went down there, my statement took about a total of 20 minutes to deliver because they asked me 5 questions. And I'm going to take the liberty to tell you the 5 questions that they asked. 1, who called me and alerted me to that Melissa was dead? 2, what time did I reach up there? 3, who were the person you could remember seeing when you went there? 4, did you see any form of cleanup or did you notice any form of cleanup on the scene? And 5, if I am aware that Melissa and Jordan had any domestic dispute leading up to that. That was the 5 questions. I provided the answers to that 5 questions in a matter of 20 minutes. However, I took another 1 hour and 15 minutes for the statement. And that little statement to be dropped. There needs to be something in the police force that can produce things quickly. Because 20 minutes of for a statement and 1.5 or almost for it to be typed, to be signed. That was it. That was it, Wade. That was it. And I see my name, my pictures every day, another blogger putting up pictures saying that I was there doing this and doing that.
That dirty, big, stinking, my tile.
The sergeant when the sergeant called me and said I was coming for the interview, this was the response I gave him. I will do right away. But I must let you know that there's a level of unprofessional behavior that is currently in the police force that makes cooperation with the police force difficult. Since morning, I have been told by multiple persons that I am being called for questioning. I hear that it's also on social media. Irreparable harm is being done to people's character because of leaks emanating from the police. Much better is expected from the police. That is the message that I sent him while I was going on there, And his response was, I understand your concern, sir, and I am concerned too.
That's how him response. I fits better them I do it. Let me just tell them this are them.
That was the response from the police.
Continue,
he understand my concern, and he is concerned too, because of the leaks which are emanating from the police.
Yes.
And sometimes, I want to say, sometimes I wonder if the police is, if police high command is really intent on fighting crime or they are fighting politics.
A politics them a fight. Me can't tell me the side of them, Me the side of them, know everything what them are going with.
Is exactly what happened.
Tell me something now. Him dig up any tile and we something over floor. Tiling and floor. Same dig up tile and him floor back floor. Anything like that, sir?
No. From what I saw of the apartment, the apartment was incomplete. And I hope I don't get anybody in trouble.
No, you can't talk.
The apartment was incomplete. It was just concrete with some paint on the concrete. So I think to take shame out of the family, I would say that a family member of Joe provided some money. What they purchased was just a little laminate, little board laminate them that go on top of the
floor.
Of the floor. So if the police was really diligent in gathering evidence, that laminate floor, there's no concrete work that was done. That laminate floor could be dug up in 5 minutes.
Because you can't pull up the laminate, you just put it on the one where you put where you come with a way in a foreign thing.
It's just a laminate, So
you take that, because black concrete.
Yeah, so
and this is where Big Mama them I run out with that about the floor and pull up and tile.
Yeah,
who would have take out a tile? Can we do tiling too? Who would have chop out whole of your tile and then retile? Oh God, man.
If blood evidence, if they were interested in gathering blood evidence
Jesus Christ, man.
From the floor, the laminate thing could be taken up.
We know the laminate, right? In a foreign house, you just put it on, just push it in there, you can't take it out.
It's an imitation to board.
Me know them, man. We know them. So you put it over the concrete, where you have the concrete, you put in the laminate floor. So in another room there alone, in I'm son them room too.
No, I tell you, it was really done, based on what I understand, it was really done for the boys' room. And some material was left over, and I think Joe and Melissa's room was also done.
And them rearrange and this, hey. Yeah, continue.
So I am saying that some of the things that I am hearing, I am wondering if those are the things that I witnessed. I mean, I am not here to attest to Joe's innocence or guilt.
Yes.
That is for the court.
But you just have to talk straight where you know. And where you see and you know them from, okay.
The person who I know as Melissa Silvera, I don't know if he was capable of hurting a fly. Because he and I became close from 2017 during the Buntings campaign. And I have never seen that man brought to anger or wrath yet. I have never heard him while we are on the road. I have never heard him when he had his wife having a conversation on the phone. I have never heard him raise his voice. So I don't know this. I wouldn't know this animal who could have murdered Melissa. I am saying that I am not here to attest to any guilt or innocence.
But can you imagine you run the family? Hold on. Can you imagine you run the family? Me no know in person. Never come out no house, but me they cast assumption. Depend something and I say yes, and them dig up floor, and them change floor, and no go so.
No go so.
And this is how the police kick Big Mama, and this is how Big Mama they come on and do it because I can play with Bailey.
What I would hope for Wayne.
Yes.
That the police could come out and kind of set some of the records straight. Because what is happening is harming people's character, is harming people's integrity, while the police sit and do nothing. The police can't come out and say quickly, say Richard Parchment is not a subject of our investigation or anything. You understand? I can't know. They can tell you what time I reach. They can tell you what time I left. They can tell you what time the body moved. So all of those things, I know. But I to just sit back and allow these things in the public space. That is what has prompted me to come onto your program this morning to tell some truths. Because
let me ask you something.
It is always said, a lie told over and over. And
people
over
believe.
It will be believed if it's not disputed.
Yes.
So I am coming to set the record straight. I hear they calling him Peter Bunting. I think Peter Bunting was in England.
This is what them do. And I barely do it, Barely Google got the whole of them. The whole of them up there by the way. Me can't tell if I'm now them are GLP. Them own police side of them tell me. Them are activists. And this is what them are do. And them are work with Big Mama for more peace radio. Them is a piece of shit. Call me chat straight. Me not go around corner when me attack, Yeah?
To hear some things that is coming up now. Oh, Melissa had man and
there. Remember them just sit down and that's why you see we have to go out there and deal with it. Because let me tell you something. Then hold on there. We want to ask a motive now. So what is the motive for make Silvera kill him wife? She rich, she have enough money. Am I inherit anything? Where am I inherit?
Well, I am certain. Well, I don't know. I can't attest to that. But probably little I know, I would say there was no monetary motive. There could not have been a monetary motive.
The police can't give me a motive. So why?
I needed help to get a speedy autopsy. I know that he was reaching out to various persons to assist him with the autopsy. And when he got the date for the first autopsy, he told me that Bobby Montague, he has a special respect for Bobby because Bobby assisted him in getting a speedy autopsy. That's what he told.
So tell me so. Well, I don't move yet because me and some other help and thing. I say again I put up something, but not move it. So you kill your wife. Them talk about